With the past year's surge on firearm sales, and the AR15 platform obviously being amongst those, in today's video I will be going over the process of cleaning one. Though this retro build is probably cosmetically different from your AR, the disassembly, cleaning, and reassembly is identical. The exception of course would be those featuring a gas piston system. First, you'll need a .22 caliber brush and jag. A bore guide helps, but is not essential. A cleaner of some sort, .22 caliber patches, bore scrubber to clean the utensils afterward. I suggest using a one-piece cleaning rod like this one by J. Dewey, and a microfiber cloth or whatever you prefer. Now remove the magazine, pull the charging handle rearward, and visually inspect the chamber. Push the rear retaining and pivot pin out. Separate the upper and lower receiver, then push the pins back in place for now. Pull the charging handle to the rear, remove the bolt carrier group first, followed by the charging handle. To disassemble the bolt carrier group, remove the firing pin retaining pin and tip back to let the firing pin drop out. Push the bolt rearward, rotate the cam pin clockwise 90 degrees, pull the cam pin outward, and remove the bolt. To remove the extractor, push this retaining pin out. For this, I use a metal dental pick. Using the microfiber cloth, wipe any loose fouling, carbon, and oil from the surface, bolt face, between the lugs, and inside the firing pin channel. Repeat the process with the bolt carrier. Remember to get the extractor and firing pin as well. Carbon tends to collect on the boat tail and generally requires the use of a cleaning agent and either a dental pick or a brush for removal. The charging handle requires little other than wiping off surface fouling. For the upper receiver, wipe out the loose fouling with a rag or towel. The Cerakote finish versus straight anodized aluminum does seem to ease the cleaning process. Areas that do require more attention would be the chamber and around the gas tube. For the lower receiver, with your thumb on the hammer, squeeze the trigger and ease it forward before using your cloth or towel to remove fouling. Removal of the buffer tube and spring is unnecessary each time you clean your firearm, but is easy to do. If you have access to a padded vise, clamp your upper receiver with the barrel at a slight downward angle and insert your bore guide. With a brass jag, apply a bit of your cleaner on a patch and run it through the bore. Let it sit for a while and return to cleaning your bolt. Cleaner applied, use a brush to remove built-up carbon on the lugs and bolt tail. Once finished, use your cloth or towel to remove any loose fouling and leftover cleaner. Ensure no oil of any kind remains in the firing pin channel or on the bolt face as well. Applying cleaner directly to the carrier will wipe what was missed earlier. Cleaning of the bolt carrier group is much easier due to the black nitride finish versus parkerized. Having also used chrome-plated and nickel-boron carriers, between those four, nitride is what I recommend. However, the decision overall is yours. Remember to get beneath the gas key as well. Using a Q-tip, apply some cleaner to it and wipe the inside of the carrier. A patch and dental pick will also suffice. Repeat this process until satisfied. Inside where the firing pin is retained will require a bit of attention as well. With the corresponding bore brush attached, apply some cleaner, place the rod into the bore guide and run it through the barrel at a steady pace. After a few passes, switch to the jag and run a dry patch through, replacing it following each pass until satisfied. Depending on the number of rounds you have fired, repeating the use of your cleaning brush may be required. Once finished, remove the bore guide and, with your dental pick and patches, remove excess cleaning solution and any fouling. Though I considered using a traditional chamber brush, I preferred to use these instead so I could reach places that may have otherwise been missed. Now, let's reassemble the bolt. With the extractor put back in place, insert the retaining pin and align it with your fingernail. A light amount of oil smeared on the bolt, place it into the carrier and align it for the cam pin to drop in place. For some reason, this cam pin tends to be more difficult to manipulate than others I have encountered. Once rotated 90 degrees, pull the bolt forward. Firing pin placed in the carrier, insert the retaining pin. On occasion, this piece tends to be tricky for some, but replacing it is a quick fix. There it goes. Take your charging handle and align these notches with those in the upper receiver. Place the carrier inside the upper and push both components forward until flush. Upper receiver clamp to the lower, push the pivot and retaining pin in place to secure them together. With safety engaged, squeeze the trigger to ensure the hammer does not drop. Now disengage the safety and squeeze the trigger. With it still pulled, rack the charging handle back, listen for the reset, and squeeze the trigger again. Using an empty magazine, test to see the bolt locks to the rear when empty. Trigger pulled again, release the bolt and test the reset once more. Squeeze the trigger again if you desire and close the dust cover. Now that your AR is clean, why not go back to the range? If you can find ammo, of course. Well, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content, leave any comments you have in the section below, and have a good day. See ya!